What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Anchors Lessons. Thanks for coming to this. I'm going to tell you everything that I know about anchors. Here's some examples here. My name is Mike Vert, if you don't know. I've been climbing in all places in the world: Vegas, Squamish, Washington, Kentucky, Ontario, Alberta, Thailand, lots of places over the last 8 years or so. And I've learned a lot about anchors through courses and a little bit of guiding myself. So I'm just here to share everything that I know about climbing, and we're going to walk through the itinerary of this course here. So first of all, the intro, which is what you're watching. Then we're going to get straight into definitions. So what an anchor is. The word anchor actually gets used a few different ways in climbing. So we're going to clear that up. And we're also going to talk about the different materials. So you can see here, there's lots of different types of materials used to build anchors in the outdoors. We call that fixed gear. We'll get into that later. But we're going to talk about the definitions of all of those, just so we get the words right moving forward. And then in Module 2, we're going to talk about inspecting the anchors, making sure they're safe for us to use. Number 3 is probably why most of you are here. It's to learn about building anchors. So that's building something like this using knots, lots of different ways to use knots and hitches to build a safe anchor. We'll talk about that and how to assess them. So the common way this is taught is through acronyms. We'll get into that in Module 3. And then Module 4, common choices. So this is just from my experience, what I've seen a lot of people using in the single pitch sport climbing world for anchors, how they do it, what's used most often, when those certain types of climbing anchors are used, and just the common choices. Then Module 5 is kind of like the test. It's kind of the wrap together of all of this. I'm going to give you certain scenarios and let you think for yourself, like, what type of anchor would I build here in this scenario? You know, if it was this distance from the edge, if it was vertical, if it was overhanging, stuff like that, so that you're prepared for times. Because I've been to lots of different places, like I said, and there's lots of different anchors, and I've kind of had to think on my feet. So I want to make sure that you're ready and prepared for all of those moments that you're walking away from this course, and you're not going to get to the top of the climb and be surprised or not have the gear needed to deal with the situation. And then the conclusion is just next steps, kind of where people usually go from here in their climbing education, how I would advise you to move forward in actually climbing, depending where you're at in your journey. And that's it, man. That's the anchors. This is for single pitch sport climbing, just in case you didn't get that on your journey here. Climbing in general has lots of different subcategories. Sport climbing is the one I talk about primarily, at least for now. And it's kind of the entry level type of rope climbing. So we're going to get straight into this, and I will see you in Module 1 where we're talking definitions. See you there.